Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. Today, I want to talk about something, man. Is South African youth misguided? I think we might actually have the most misguided youth in the entire globe because our youth is so out of reality, or they love to self-destruct so much that like they would rather uh, have the short-term gratification and not focus on the long-term gratification. So right now, the scenes that I saw this past week, I was watching Big Brother, right? I never actually watched Big Brother, but then since it was the final day, I was like, you know what, man, let me just watch this so that I can have an understanding of what really transpires or what Big Brother is about. I'd never even watched one episode, so I watched that the eviction was the final day where they were deciding the winner of Big Brother, and I realized there was this because I'm most of the time I'm on social media, I'm on social network, be it Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, and there's this name that was very prevalent during the Big Brother, Sweet Guluva, Sweet Guluva, Sweet Guluva, and I didn't even know the guy. I've been prior to watching the final day of Big Brother, and always seen people conversing for Sweet Guluva and urging people to vote for Sweet Guluva, and that was actually the first time I've seen like someone so gaining so much popularity from Big Brother. I know in the past years there's always someone who is like the favorite, and but then with Sweet Gulliver it was just different. It was just different. He was the most for me. Might actually be the most popular person or a mate from Big Brother because the vote he won by like about like more than 50% votes, and I think I don't know if that's the record. I don't know if there's someone who's a fan of Big Brother maybe might correct me in the comments, right? So I watched that, and during the final, then eventually Sweet Gulliver won Big Brother season. I don't know what season this one was, and yeah, and then after a couple of hours, I went to Twitter and I saw these videos of young kids, man, yeah, not kids, the youth. I think these people that are in university. Majority of them, I believe these are like university students, and I saw these videos and I'm like, what is it that deep? Like, is it that like Big Brother is like that thing? Like this guy is so popular just from being in Big Brother and just being in the house for 24/7, and he gained so much popularity. And I'm like, guys, we actually in South Africa we're facing so much crisis right now, economic crisis, the inflation, unemployment, the crime rate in the country is on another level. There's such a lot of things that are going on in South Africa that we should actually be focusing on instead of focusing on things that actually don't matter. Because for me, Big Brother does not matter. It does not impact my future. It does not impact the future of this country. It does not impact the where this country is heading. But we have literally more than 50% of the youth focusing on Big Brother. We have more than 50% of the youth like willing to spend their money, to spend their time, to spend their all of that voting for this guy, and not focusing on things that are more important. Because I would actually more happier if the youth, the young people, literally were coming together and trying to protest against the VAT increase, trying to protest against the crime rate in the country, trying to protest against the illegal foreigners in the country. We've had the protest about illegal foreigners last year here in Pretoria, and the turnout was disappointing. The turnout was disappointing, and I remember that protest. I think it was on a no, it wasn't on a. I think it was on a holiday. I can't remember exactly if it was on holiday or not. But the turnout was so disappointing. And when we were like going around town, going on our way to Union Building, we were literally like passing youth just sitting outside around town, just not even caring, didn't want to even bother to ask what this protest about, or even like one were willing, even when they knew what the protest was about, they did not have any interest to join us. But because for them that's not important, it does not, they feel like it does not impact their life. And look, having the legal foreigners in this country, people that are not documented, people that are affect you whether you like it or not. Having Sweet Guluva winning Big Brother or not winning Big Brother, it does not affect you. Like I said, it's a short-term gratification. Yes, that day where he won, when he won, I'm sure because you've invested so much time on this person, invested so much emotions on this person, invested so much money on this person because you were voting for them. You felt like, okay, this person deserves that, and you were happy, but it was just for short term. It was just for a short term. That release that you got from that day, it's over. It's over. It's finished. But then you have devoted prior to that day, prior to that final day. Big Brother, I don't know how long it's been going for. I don't know if like it's been like 3 months, 4 months, or I really don't know. But then for whatever that time Big Brother was going for, like 2 months, 3 months, whatever long it was, you've literally wasted that much money, that much time, and now you look back, that time was just wasted because you could have done something more impactful in your life. You could have done something more that will benefit your life in the long term. It was just for a short term gratification. Now, Sweet Guluva won a 2 million. Yes, his life going to change. His family's life is going to change. That is good for him. But then, what about you? What about the current state of the country? What about your current state financially, health wise, all of those things? What has it impacted your life? Has it impacted your life in positively or negatively? And right now, you look at, if the youth had the same energy towards the crime in the country, if the youth had the same energy towards the government of this country, if the youth had the same energy towards the politicians in this country would actually not be in a state that it is right now. The youth is willing. These people are willing. Just that, like, they have their priorities so messed up. They have their priorities so messed up because you can't tell me that, like, you have so many people going in the streets celebrating the win of Sud Guluva. I would understand. This would make more sense if maybe they were celebrating Bafana winning. It would make a bit of sense. I mean, I remember even when Springbok won the World Cup, we did not have these people going in the streets and celebrating. We did not have that. But then they're literally willing to celebrate someone that they don't know, probably like never going to meet, just because they fantasize about him, because maybe that's because just because he looks good, maybe just because they think about him before they sleep. They think, oh, this guy is so good, he's so good looking, I wish I could have him to myself. Because you see the number of people, mostly is women, and that's why I feel like sometimes I feel like the women of this country, they are so messed up that, like, they are the people that are derailing this country, if I'm being honest, because they go around involving themselves in fake marriages. They go around just to help these foreign nationals to obtain citizenships. They go around giving these foreign nationals babies, getting pregnant for these foreign nationals babies, and they literally, like, they're also involved in human trafficking. They're also involved in drugs trafficking. So sometimes I really feel like the women in South Africa are the reason why this country it is where it is right now. And until, like, they change that perspective, until they stop behaving like, until they are patriotic, that's never going to change, because I don't feel like South African women are patriotic enough. Yes, there are South African women that are patriotic, but then the majority of them, the vast majority of them, they are not patriotic, and the country cannot move forward if the women, the people that are responsible for the growth of this country, the people that are responsible for the birth of the for giving birth to the to the generation and generations of South Africans are not patriotic enough. Because for me, I believe the future of the country is solely on women, and it is the responsibility of women to make sure that, like, the blood of South Africa does continue, and it does not vanish, because it can